the best legends to play with in Apex Legends Mobile. There are 9 different legends in the game. Wait guys, now there's actually 10 legends in the game with the addition of Fade. I actually played the global launch early before everyone else, so thank you EA for giving me early access to the game. Every legend is unique and good in their own ways, but some legends are actually a lot better than others. Some legends have abilities that are game-changing, that are completely broken and overpowered, and some legends have abilities that really need work and are just not good at all. If you're not playing with the top tier best legends in Apex Mobile, then you're gonna be at a major disadvantage. But don't worry, I got you. These are the best legends in the game right now. Starting things off with Octane. Octane is a legend that absolutely dominates. You can play Octane super aggressively and get a ton of kills with this legend. What makes Octane so good? Well, first, his tactical ability, which allows him to run and move super fast. You're gonna be very difficult to hit while using this ability. You can run all around right into your enemy's face, and if they don't have the highest sensitivity, they're gonna have a tough time dealing with you, and you're gonna destroy them. Octane's ultimate ability, Jump Pad, is also very useful. It's actually way too strong right now. You go flying halfway across the map. But no, seriously, you go very far. You can push with your entire squad when using this ability. It's super good for rotating and getting high ground against your enemy. Also with Octane, you heal all by yourself. His HP actually restores over time, so you don't have to worry about carrying healing items in your backpack. That's so OP. The next best legend in the game right now has to be Bloodhound. Bloodhound is hands down the most useful legend in the entire game. Now, what makes Bloodhound one of the best? He's able to see exactly where enemies are. This is super useful for new players, especially if you don't know the map really well, and also super good for people who don't use headphones or use any sound at all. His tactical ability, pretty much use a scan and you can see where your enemies are for a short period of time. All their movements will show in the scan and you'll instantly get info of your surrounding area. You'll know if there's any enemies around you at all. This is by far one of the strongest, most useful abilities in Apex Legends Mobile. You can also see where enemies have been. So on the ground, there's going to be little clues as to what's going on, like activity with a timestamp. You might see footprints or other types of clues, letting you know if and exactly when enemies were there. This is so good. If you're not using Bloodhound, you need to right now. That's not all for Bloodhound though. His best ability, which is his ultimate, he runs super fast and he's able to scan to see if there's enemies every few seconds. This turns him into a monster. So if you ever want to constantly know exactly where your enemies are at all times and you want to be aware of your surroundings at all times, Bloodhound is for you. But there's one legend in particular that not too many people play with, and it might come as a shock to you if you've been seeing Apex Mobile gameplay. Not too many people use this legend, but this legend is unbelievably good, and that's Mirage. Now, Mirage is the ultimate bamboozler. Now, what does that mean? Basically, with Mirage, you can send out fake decoys of yourself to trick your enemies. Your enemy is going to think it's actually you when it's really not. His tactical ability sends out a decoy that mimics your movement. You can use this in so many different ways to your advantage. This legend is really strong in the lower ranks and levels, especially since people don't have that good game sense and knowledge of the game, and they're going to mistake your decoy for you almost every single time, giving you the upper hand in every gunfight. His strongest ability, aka his ultimate, is absolute chaos. He spawns in 5 decoys, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 decoys of himself to completely trick his enemies. You can get out of very bad situations with this legend and have so much fun. And like I said earlier, this legend might come as a shock to a lot of you simply because Mirage doesn't get the love he deserves. He's very underrated and deserves way more credit. He's really good. And now we have Wraith. Wraith is honestly my favorite legend in the game. She suits me. Wraith is a super aggressive, action-packed legend to use. There's a lot of things that make Wraith one of the best, if not the best legend in the game. First, we have her tactical ability, which allows her to escape out of any situation. Literally. All you have to do is use her ability and you get a free escape route. You phase, turn invisible and invincible, and you get to reposition. So you can make a ton of mistakes while playing Wraith. But don't worry, just use her ability and you're safe. If you accidentally get yourself in a sticky situation, you're good to go. You can get out of it with Wraith. And that's why I love playing her. But that's not all. One of her other abilities, her ultimate ability, lets her make portals. 2 different portals that people can use to travel to and from. Like, that's so cool. Portals. That's sick. You can literally play 2 different buildings with your team if you have a Wraith, or 2 different positions in general. You have so much freedom when playing Wraith or having one on your team. She's insane, and like I said, my favorite legend in the game. If you've seen some of my gameplay videos or live streams, you'll know. Now you may be like, where's Bangalore? Where's Gibraltar? Etc. But these 4 legends are the strongest legends in the game right now, especially as a solo player. I actually went over every single legend in the game and explained all of their abilities, what each one does in detail, everything about them. You seriously need to watch it, or else you're going to be at a major disadvantage. It's on the screen right now. Click it before it disappears, and I'll see you over there.